Robin Slim Show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's
Good.
going on, Jonathan?
Jonathan, how you doing, brother?
Good, good. Just settling in after a long day at work. I'm about ready to have a bourbon or something. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, we
Now-
got a few. We got a couple. Slim's been sipping whiskey, and I got some Hennessy and some Heinekens.
What is your job? Do you are you a full-time illustrator, or do you have like a normal 9-to-5 job?
I have a boring 9-to-5 job, and I do the illustration stuff also. So
That's
I'm
cool, though.
pretty busy all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of like the show. Like I think sometimes my parents like, you know, my mom's always like clean your room because I still live at home like a loser. But it's like I could do like after work I could do like 3-4 hours of show shit like emailing for guests and like tweeting and shit like that. It takes a fucking while, man. Like
hmm
what so yeah, you really don't get much free time then, right?
No, I have 3 kids too, so
Oh,
I'm
wow.
pretty booked up most of the time.
Yeah. How old are they?
16, 9, and 5.
Wow. So they're a little older. Like mine are young, 4, 7, and 8.
It's pretty close in age, but the 7 and 8, they're probably pretty self-sufficient. Huh?
Yeah, they've gotten. Yeah,
Nuts. They're nuts. No, I love them.
yeah, no, they've gotten better though with like doing shit on their own though and all that. Like, it's cool. But yeah, they are crazy, dude. Especially when they get like, they both start fighting and you can't break them up. It's like you're punching each other as hard as you can in the face over like a fart. Like that's all you're doing. Like you blamed your brother for a fart or something. It's like really, dude, like wow. I always wanted a brother, but now I'm kind of glad I didn't have one. Like after seeing them, like oh my god, dude, they're nuts. Did you go to school for animating, Jonathan?
Yeah, I did.
Cool, because your stuff is amazing, man. Like, I watched the video of you animating on your website, which is creativeocto.com, and it was like the coolest thing watching.
Yeah, I've always had, there's a fair amount of questions about, how I make my artwork and stuff, so I threw together that video to put on there.
What program do you use?
I usually use Manga Studio, but I also use Photoshop as well.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I used to do stuff in Flash, animate and draw in Flash, and it's really hard, dude. And it didn't look nothing like yours.
Yeah, I used Flash way back. I started on, I think, Flash 4. It was still like Macromedia Flash at that point.
Yeah, I had Macromedia
And,
Flash MX, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what I learned back when I was in school. When I first started doing that.
I think it's a bootleg too. Like I think if you ever went to like upgrade it, it just wouldn't work. Like if you went to update through them, yeah, no, they shut it down.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had always wanted to be like a cartoonist, but I had this computer. I had no internet access, and I just had this computer with the only programs on there were like Paint and PowerPoint. So I had,
oh my god,
I had
Paint is
learned
ghetto.
to draw with PowerPoint. I don't know how I did it, but I
No.
actually got decently good at drawing with PowerPoint.
I used to use Paint for shit, yeah, because I didn't have Photoshop was expensive, man. I didn't have a copy. I didn't even have a bootleg. I ended up getting a free copy with some other software, which is what I still use to the day. Whenever you see something on Photoshop, like I still use this free copy from like the late 90s.
Okay.
And I see stuff people do nowadays and it looks so good, and it's nothing like the shit I do. But I've gotten okay with it. I've gotten decent. What have you ever done any animating, Jonathan?
I was an animator on the Avenged Sevenfold Little Piece of Heaven music video.
Cool.
And I've done
Amazing.
some other projects that were just, like independent stuff.
Cool, dude. And what was I gonna say? I saw too on your Twitter. You're a big fan. Are you a big fan of '80s cartoons? Because I saw a lot of Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe tweets on there. I was like,
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s, so I mean,
too,
it's probably
bro.
kind of unavoidable that, I don't have some nostalgia for Thundercats and He-Man and
I got
all
my
that
kids.
stuff.
Do you get your kids into that, or try to get your kids into that stuff? Because like I try to get my kids into
Oh,
the
oh yeah.
original.
I'd be a bad parent if I didn't.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. My kids, they still love the original Transformers movie. The movie that was actually in theaters. They love that, and they do like Thundercats. He-Man, they love. Like, I was shocked. I thought He-Man was not going to go over with them either. Like, He-Man, they actually love too.
See, that's interesting because cartoons that they have are so much different than those. It's surprising that they're really like
The new
into-
ones
into
look
those.
better, but I don't think like are as violent. Like
Right.
they just don't have the same writing, and like all that shit in the 80s was like hand drawn. Everything now is like on a computer, which is cool too, but there's something different about that stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like, when you watch He-Man, especially the old ones where it's kind of like, they recycle animation so much. Like, how many times are you going to see He-Man throw that exact same punch?
Yeah. I was earlier in the 2000s, I remember, like, I used to buy anime cells. We were talking about collecting earlier, and I had a couple. I even gave someone once for the Big O, and I think it was Full Metal Alchemist. I was looking to buy them, and then I came to find out they didn't even do anime anymore like that. They went to computers.
Yeah, they switched out. It was probably in, I guess, like mid to late 90s. They started doing all the coloring and stuff on the computer. So a lot of the cells that were, being sold after that point they weren't used in production, but they were, basically like replicas.
Yeah. What other do you have like your own projects, or do you get hired for projects like?
I get hired out for projects, but right now I'm really trying to grind through getting a webcomic together to get it out.
Cool.
And it's going to be kind of more of a, horror thriller kind of a thing.
Nice. Are you writing it as well, or do you have other people working with you?
Oh, it's all mine. I'm doing the writing and the art for it.
That's
so
awesome.
it's taking a dreadfully long amount of time for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it can. Anything you're doing on your own, especially when you have other things going on. Yeah.
Do you try to set aside like an hour a day, like you say, okay, I'm going to spend at least an hour a day working on this today?
I try to, but you know how that always comes out. Really, the big thing that I try to do is I draw every day, no matter what. Whether it's towards anything, it's an everyday exercise. But for me, it's more like spending aside time to do writing.
When did you start? Did you start like just in like high school, just drawing? Because I used to do that too. I even have somewhere I should find it. I used to draw comics all the time in high school.
I definitely got started probably before high school. Like when I was a little kid, I mean, I always liked comic books and stuff. And as I got older, I think there was kind of that comic book renaissance, where they were like going through and they had Spawn and, the X-Men were hot and all that stuff. So it was kind of like, I think I caught right into that time frame of comic books. So I was like super into it. So, for probably a good, I don't know, 5 years, I was probably drawing, new muscly dudes the whole time,
Awesome. Yeah, man. And thank you again for that picture you drew for us.
That was
It's
amazing.
amazing, man. We got so many likes and comments on that.
Fantastic.
And I told you I originally tried tagging you on Facebook, and there ended up being another Jonathan Price that was an illustrator that I tag, and he's like, it's fucking awesome, but I had nothing to do with that. Like,
I thought that's crazy that there are two guys with the same name that do the same thing.
Yeah.
Both illustrators.
Right?
I was too. I saw like about a week ago, one of your fans on our last interview was like, Jonathan is a great guy, and you guys fucked up. And I was like, I know, and we're gonna make it up to him, because I commented to whoever it was, we're gonna have him back. I was like, we were just
You guys fucked up.
stupid. It was
That's
our
funny.
buddy Pete. I didn't realize even until afterwards either that Slim said he asked you for an illustration the whole time. I didn't even remember that. I was so drunk. I was like, oh my god.
So that day before you were on, we had a brewery in the studio.
Yes, yeah. The beginning of the night we had a brewery in, and we thought that was a good idea, and it was great. It was great beer, but This burgers smell pretty bad.
Well, now what about you? Were you kind of upset with the interview we did with you, or?
No, I mean, it's like I understood that a brewery was on before, and that's kind of what I would expect to go down there. I mean, if it was me and my buddies doing a podcast, and we had a sampling of a bunch of beer beforehand, it'd probably be on the unruly side.
Yeah, it was
maybe worse. I don't know.
What other projects do you have going on, Jonathan, besides your own comic? Is there anything else?
Right now, that's kind of on the forefront of everything I'm doing. Everything else is kind of just trickling in, and I have another Lovecraft project that I'm working on.
I did want to ask what that was, because I remember last time I think I asked, but I don't remember.
The illustration recently that was out is it's in the H.P. Lovecraft e-zine. I think it's issue 36.
Oh, it's a comic, like a manga or an anime, comic book.
It's a collection of short stories, and it's just like an illustration for one of the stories in there.
No, Rob, you don't know who Lovecraft is.
No. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. So Lovecraft was a writer from, what do you think, Mike?
The
like
20s.
the 20s.
Oh.
Who wrote horror. He's the guy that created Cthulhu.
Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft.
You know, the giant green sea monster or whatever the hell
I
that thing
thought you were
is.
being racist. I thought you were like...
Okay, you ever see the Reanimator?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was H.P. Lovecraft.
Did you see Hellboy?
Yes, and I loved it.
When that fucking crazy Russian, or whatever he was trying to open the portal, when the fucking portal opened, and that giant thing in fucking outer space, that's essentially Cthulhu.
Yeah.
The Nazis?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they were trying to open that giant fucking portal, that's essentially Cthulhu. Think of a massive ancient evil that sleeps for 1,000,000 years and then awakens and fucking devours all life.
H.P. Lovecraft had created an entire universe
Where
of his
like
own.
these horrible monsters just appear and people fucking go insane and
Nice.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty crazy, and the artwork is fucking awesome. That picture, I just got back from Burger King run.
Yes,
Get the
we
fucking
we
butter
sent our buddy
burgers.
Mike. Did you see this burger, Jonathan? It's like a butter burger, and we sent our buddy Mike said he'd go and get one, and we're gonna try it. Ugh, it smells terrible.
I got 2 so we can have extra diarrhea.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, they do smell kind of bad. I don't know.
Smells
I think
really
it's the
bad. I can't believe
onion.
you sat in a car with these.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to like give you a raise. So when
right.
Lamborghini gets back from his tour doing our other intern, he's not here tonight. He got a tour doing funerals. He's performing at funerals. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But when he comes back, he needs to give you a raise in your pay.
All right, sweet.
Oh my god, bro. Wow. What is your favorite comic book of all time, Jonathan?
Oh wow. If I had to say all time, it's probably Batman. That's kind of something that stuck with me since I was a little kid, being an adult. But I mean, there's so much that I like. I mean, I like Hellboy and a lot of the kind of indie titles like.
You said Batman.
Later on, I got.
What's your favorite Batman story, if I can ask?
Oh wow. I'd probably say I don't know. I like the Killing Joke. That one's pretty. That one's
Yeah,
pretty,
the Killing Joke's a
solid.
great one. My personal favorite has got to be The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, any of the Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really dig that because he pretty much made Batman more what we are used to today with all the kind of dark subject matter and everything.
Who's your favorite Batman villain?
Mm-hmm. It'd have to be a toss-up between probably the Joker and Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze.
that's
That's
an
interesting.
interesting
Yeah.
I've said Two-Face before, but I love Killer Croc.
My
too.
favorite has got to be the Riddler. I love the Riddler.
Yeah, Riddler's cool.
I don't think I have a favorite Batman villain. I
What's-
don't know. I do like Bane.
Batman has the best rogue gallery.
Yeah, he
Like, all
does.
of the villains are
Yeah.
solid.
What's your favorite TV or movie, Batman?
I'm pretty partial to the Michael Keaton Batman, but I really do love the Christopher Nolan ones with Christian Bale.
I just felt he went like just over the top with the voice, but he was cool. Yeah, I did like him. But yes, Kevin. Not I was going to say Kevin Nealon, but Michael Keaton. Yes,
there you go.
He was awesome.
And Kevin Conroy, I think, does the best voice as a Batman.
Yeah, of course. It's funny.
I have trouble accepting any other voice for Batman. It's like when I watch the cartoons and stuff. If they have any other casting, it's just like something doesn't seem right. Same thing with Mark Hamill as the Joker. It's just hard for me to accept anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound right.
Yeah, there are
Caesar
some guys that did
Romero, I think, was an amazing
it's funny.
fucking
It's funny.
Joker.
I just watched some of the Batman 66 series
My
today.
dad just
before
had
I
some on the other night,
came
and
here.
I just like was eating dinner, and I just couldn't stop watching. I was like, it is cool. Like I watched it as a kid, and I thought it was cool. But yeah, like I said, it is cool, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking Caesar Romero. They fucking put weight on his face over his mustache. He refused to fucking shave his mustache for the role of the Joker.
I love that.
And have you seen the fucking the Joker minifig from the new Lego Batman series that's coming out for the 66 Batman? It has the Caesar Romero Joker, and he has the mustache. He has the mustache, which is fucking fantastic.
That is cool, dude. That is amazing. Are you a fan too, Jonathan, of Ninja Turtles?
I'm gonna go ahead and try
absolutely.
this.
And what did you feel? Did you see the new movie Michael Bay did?
If it wasn't related to the original one, it would have been okay. But yeah, I mean, the big thing that I really hated about it was that they changed the origin story around too much.
We were discussing that
set right.
before
The
the
action
show.
set pieces were awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as a movie, but yeah, Mike brought up the fact that he learned karate from the book, which I had a problem with.
Yeah.
And that Splinter wasn't a man before, like. How is that, Mike?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I said, as far as like the action shots and stuff, I really liked those. I didn't care for the design of the turtles all that much.
I didn't either. This is not
They got-
not
alien
good
and
and it's
bizarre
not
looking.
bad.
It's like it smells.
I felt like they got the spirit of the Turtles right, but then everything else was just off. But like, my thing was too is like they got rid of that dynamic between Master Splinter and the Shredder.
Yeah,
Like that
absolutely.
dynamic was completely
Yeah,
gone.
because that whole backstory, even in the animated new one, it's there. Like, I think they went into the fact even that Shredder stole Splinter's wife and child or something in the new one. It's like, it's really cool. And then in that movie, it's just like there was
when
nothing.
they wrapped that season up where where basically Splinter found out that he had raised his daughter to hate him.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
This is heavy for a kid's show.
It is, man. Yeah, and I got my kids into it because like I love the Turtles as a kid, and they love it. It's no good, Slim.
No,
We're trying the Butterburger right now, Jonathan.
It doesn't bother me. It's not great. I won't order it again.
maybe
Ah!
maybe without the ketchup and mayonnaise, but the garlic sauce, ketchup and mayo together is just an awful taste. It is no good. Burger King, why don't you start getting some edible food like Wendy's? Rob just
The lettuce?
spit out onto his question page.
I wanted to eat it. I really did. I really didn't want. I feel like
I'm stomaching it, but it's disgusting.
I will bite the
feel like
bullet and eat the other one.
I might. Well, give me
maybe I'll eat half
leave
of it.
leave a little bit of it
I'll
for
leave half of
Slambo,
it
but
for
Oh my
Slambo.
God, bro! I really
This is
wanted
awful.
To eat it. Like I'd get through it, like and be like, it's okay.
I thought I was gonna enjoy it because I like garlic sauce, but maybe without
I
the
do
ketchup and mayonnaise it would be alright. But garlic sauce, ketchup, and mayo, it's a
not
terrible
great.
taste.
Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely
Rob is
not.
went outside.
Throwing it away. I'm pretty sure.
It'll make a turd anyways. Huh?
Kind of tastes fishy. Like I don't know.
I wanted to go back to the whole Mark Hamill thing as a Joker. He is wonderful as a Joker, and I had felt the same way for a while too. Where I'm like, nobody else can do it as good as Mark Hamill. But I watched recently Assault on Arkham, and
great.
the guy that did the Joker in that, I thought he did a really good job.
The animated ones.
The animated, like, that was the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And I was kind of
Yeah.
impressed. I don't know that guy's name, but I thought he pulled it off pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I actually thought it was Mark Hamill at
It's
first
a
when
tough
I heard
act
it.
to follow.
What's that?
It's a tough act to follow.
It is.
Anytime anybody comes in after something like that, I mean, it's kind of like Jared Leto now. It's like he's got some big shoes to fill, you know, from Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mark Hamill
Yeah.
even said himself. He said when he went to audition for the Batman cartoon, and then they told him he got the Joker part. He was like, "What? Why can't I be Clayface?" Like he didn't, because he was a huge Batman fan, and he didn't think that he would be able to do the Joker justice.
Mm-hmm.
But what was I gonna say too? I forgot. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Just had a brain fart. This burger just.
You know, the burger's bad, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh. What Jonathan, are you updating your website?
It's not as updated as it should be, but I do have some stuff that's going to be popped on there pretty soon, so there'll be some new pieces up there.
Cool, dude, because I went to the About today, and I don't know if it was my internet. My internet at home was being terrible, but I couldn't, it was like blank.
It probably is blank. I just, it just kind of went through a big revision where I changed the WordPress template and everything, and some of the stuff didn't switch over as smoothly as I would have liked.
Is that the only other thing, I'm sorry, besides Star Wars that Mark Hamill's done? Because I heard he didn't do much besides Luke. And Cockdocker.
He's done a lot of voiceover work over the years.
Okay.
He was in charge of LucasArts for a while.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. Like, when LucasArts was really good.
Wow.
No, they didn't
No,
have it.
they didn't have the Dr. Pepper milkshake at this one. I guess that's a limited, only a certain blah,
I'm
blah,
like
blah.
looking for it, and I'm like, let me try this other piece of
let
shit.
me wash this down with this.
Yeah, with this steaming
Oh,
pot.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, it
I finished
stinks.
it, but it's like, it's bad.
I really want to.
I'm like a human garbage disposal. I'll eat fucking anything, basically. Here's the other half for fucking Slambo.
Slambo gets a sweet after funeral meal. Should we put it in the fridge for him?
Sure.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Everything's cold. You can't
No, you should just
microwave
leave it right where I'll put a chair out, and you can just put it right on his chair.
Perfect.
The burger
Put it
is
on his
the...
pillow.
Put it on his pillow.
Nice greasy
Go
burger.
grab those 3D glasses and put the 3D glasses around the bag.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's happening.
Yeah.
Mike's getting up.
Our buddy Pete, again, like I mentioned earlier, he went to see Star Wars the other night and left his 3D glasses on the floor by the toilet bowl. Like, we don't know what he did with them in there, Jonathan. We don't want to know. Oh, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Jonathan. Especially at the last time we were just re-rees.
Yeah.
No worries. It's nice being on. I'm glad my phone was cooperating the whole time this time also.
Awesome, dude. Yes, and where can everybody find you?
They can find me on my website at creativeocto.com and on Twitter, and that's at Dylan Price.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thanks. You guys have a good evening.
You too, brother.
Take care.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Later, bro.
Oh, the taste.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like,
It wasn't good, but I've had worse.
oh,
Just
man.
didn't-
If
it
I
didn't
had
work.
bought, like, if I was, like, excited and, like, souped up and I tried, I would go back. I would go
Yeah.
back and be like, look, you got to give me something else. Like,
I'll order it again without the ketchup and mayo, and maybe it'll be all right.
maybe without
Maybe.
any of the other stuff. Even the lettuce. Like, the lettuce
I think
didn't
the
seem to go
onion,
good.
the
like,
onion was fucking overpowering on that.
Yeah,
almost.
the onion was bad. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't think garlic on a burger would be good. Like,
Well,
maybe
there
a
was-
real fine piece
Well,
of meat.
here's the
Maybe a
thing.
real good piece of meat.
Well, you know what? If you go to a steakhouse, you can get that garlic butter thing on a fucking steak, and that's
Yeah,
really
that's what I was
good.
gonna say, like a
But
fine cut
Something,
of meat.
you know, not Burger King. I mean, I would not order that again.
I even saw another story where Hey, Pete, how you doing, buddy? How's the funeral, buddy? I just seen a story where they admitted to using a certain amount of horse meat in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't Burger King the one that was accused of using kangaroo in the 80s?
I don't know about that. I heard in the 90s it was mealworm.
Really?
Yeah, like
I'm pretty sure.
marshed up worms.
I'm pretty sure somebody, I thought it was Burger King, was accused of using kangaroo in the 80s.
You could be right. And next week, live, the Lamborghini's going to be barbecuing a fucking slamber. Slamberoo. A slamberoo. That's what we're going to call him. We're going to dress him like a kangaroo and put him on a fucking, what's that when you...
A spit.
Yeah.
Put him on a spit.
Shove it up his ass and set him in the fire in the yard. Shove a stick
On
up
that
his
note,
ass.
guys, we're gonna take a quick
Kangaroo
break,
burgers
and
next
we will
week.
be back.
Slamberoo burgers.
Slamberoo.